first episode of Alum Reels Season 3. Today we feel honored and privileged to present our esteemed alumnus, Mrs Ambika Singh Kelwa, batch of 2017-19, as our guest in the third edition of Alum Reels. Mrs Ambika Singh Kelwa holds profound knowledge in various domains of information security, namely risk and governance, risk assessment, security audits, and vulnerability assessment. She is a certified ISO 27000 lead auditor. She has worked in the capacities of Associate Consultant, IT and Technology Risk Specialist in organizations such as Infosys and Grant Thornton LLP. Currently, she is serving as an Authorized Officer at UBS. Her accomplishments inspire our current students and motivate our faculty to strive for greater heights. SCIT continues to grow, adapting to ever-changing technological landscape, and we value your insights and perspectives to shape our future of our institution. So we have got some questions ready. So with your permission, can I start?
Yes.
So ma'am, first of all, how are you feeling being back on campus?
It's very rewarding, I would say, to come back to the campus after so many years, and it's refreshing and rejoicing as well. It's a very prestigious moment for me to come back and represent my college and share and have this wonderful interactive session with you all. So thank you.
Welcome, sir. So can you describe how you got started in the subject of information security and how your SCIT studies have helped you to grow further?
Alright, so this is a very interesting question because when you start with your career, you're actually not known that in which profession you will excel in. So while I was in engineering and was preparing for my major projects, I realized that apart from development, there's a very crucial factor which is information security, and addressing those within the existing applications technologies is very important. So I came across this course from SCIT that made me more interested to pitch in, and to be very honest, not many esteemed universities in India offer this particular course. And to achieve or to pursue this particular profession, you'll have to go to foreign countries or maybe look for other opportunities. But I'm glad that I came across this particular profession and particular subject area which had my area of interest in India itself, which is SCIT, and I'm glad that I'm part of it. And of course, the studies here at SCIT, the professional grooming that I've received here at SCIT is eventually helping in my corporate life. So, if you talk about the very basic academic calendar here, so it is designed as per the current and the latest industry standards, and it's not constant, it's continuously, rigorously, being evolved with the industry standards. So, I think those very refreshing and the current standards that you guys are being groomed of will help eventually every individual passing out from this college.
So ma'am, what kind of guidance you would like to provide to the current SCIT students who are looking for a career in information security domain?
In information security, the umbrella is very wide. You might go for IT audit, or maybe go for specifically data privacy. You might be interested in the technical part of information security, which is a VAPT in specific. But apart from that, the basic grooming that you're getting from SCIT is eventually good enough to sustain in the industry. But apart from that, I would say as many technologies are booming in like AI, then you have machine learning. Then I also suggest that teaching in the technologies like learning Power BI. So eventually you have to learn and groom yourself in order to assess the information security part in these booming technologies.
So how has the landscape of your sector changed since you graduated?
Oh, I think a lot has changed. Earlier it was just basic financial attacks that we have and a loss of financial. Basically the attacks which are happening in the domain of information security are mainly targeting the financial sector, the BFSI sector. Why? Because ultimately it hampers the national economy of any country. But apart from that, I as a student personally have seen many changes, like we have been through the era of pandemic, then a very recent war situation, which is Russia-Ukraine. Why do you think it got perpetuated? If we look back into 2015 and 2017, a cyber attack from Russia was made on Ukraine, and it got spiraled through a virus called NotPetya. So it weakened the entire information security and the IT infrastructure of Ukraine, and eventually fostered to the war-like situation So these are not just mere attacks. Everybody around the world, across the world, is using cybersecurity as an attack weapon. So I think it's continuously evolving, and today those countries are under attack of such, and are influenced and are victims of cyber attacks. It could be any of us tomorrow.
So what aspects of your work in cybersecurity do you find most rewarding, and what difficulties you have faced along this way?
I think this profile in itself is a very dynamic profile, and as I mentioned earlier, that it is not restricted to any specific domain, be it pharmaceutical, be it financial, be it any other industry as well. So, since I am working in a bank, I realize that there are several applications being used for internally by the bank as well as for the users outside who which are enabled for maybe banking, maybe wealth management, etc. So I realized that while I am dealing with the challenging stakeholders, it's the most difficult part of the information security role that I pursue. It is very difficult for me, sometimes for anybody it could be, that to explain them the importance of information security. So daily some stakeholder would come up with some new requirement and some new technology, some new app, and there as a information security professional, it becomes a challenge for you. Do I even know this particular type of technology? Have I even worked with it? And do I know how to go about it? So I think that is the biggest challenge, but it is a very good learning opportunity as well. So it's like leaving no stone unturned. So every day you get to learn new things, which keeps you automatically updated and upgraded to the industry.
So how do you reconcile with the constantly shifting requirements of this field?
Most importantly, I would say go for certifications. Certifications are very important. They would help you analyze, and they will give you a track of learning record, meaning you will continuously brush up your basics to achieve something. So that is one important thing. Go for certifications. That's what I personally think for. And then whatever research you can do by yourself is also important. Research is not just for some data analytics field, or maybe for the statistical field, or maybe some other field. It is also required in your field also, in information security. And third, very important thing, whatever you learn, just share that knowledge. I prefer to teach anybody, be it my peers, be it the student at SCIT. I prefer to teach, because while I'm teaching, I'm also exploring few perspectives, fresh perspectives, while going through the entire umbrella of information security. That where am I lacking? What knowledge I have to give it to the students or the person who's asking the question to me. So that would help you reduce the gap and fulfill the bridge between the knowledge and the delivery.
So were you part of any committee when you were in college? And how did you manage both the academics and the committee works?
Okay. As a student, it was very tedious for me to balance both my academic as well as the committee work. But thankfully, I received a lot of support from my peers, my teachers, and everybody. Everybody understood that what is important for that particular moment or that time. And after that, my peers would help me. They would sit with me. They would teach me the things I have missed in. And even professors were very supportive whenever I could reach them for my things which I have left out in the lectures or anything. They would certainly help me and be there for me.
So let's talk about some general questions related to your MBA life.
Sure.
So what hobbies or extracurricular things you did engage when you were in college?
As I mentioned, I was mostly busy with the web and media work, so I even enjoyed this because of this I got various opportunities to even sometimes step out of the college as well as inside the college. So that was a kind of full-time job for me. But apart from that, we have several events like IT Scouts, graffiti. So being part of that, as a creative, I could give a creative outlook to these particular events. I could contribute as much as I can. So I was involved in mostly the artwork of designing and developing and decorating the entire college. So that was another extracurricular I could invest in. And apart from that, I think there are certain games and swimming, and you have volleyball or basketball. So many games are also available. So I could partially involve myself in these activities as well.
Okay. So what's the one thing you miss the most from the college days?
on a daily basis, I got to interact some fresh minds and fresh ideas with such a huge crowd. So when you work in corporate, you restrict yourself to a limited set of people, a team of maybe 20 people or 25 people. But when you are at SCIT, you interact with all the eager minds who are enthusiastic to explore every day something new. So I think that is the most crucial part I miss. And apart from that, the entire college life, the student life, hostel life, it's most fascinating part of any individual's life. So I think that is the most missed.
So is MBA life supposed to be so overwhelming? What skills other than the curriculum should one focus to have an holistic view of life?
MBA shouldn't be overwhelming, but when you initially step into this phase, I think there are several new things which are being introduced to you. Sometimes you're clueless what to go, where to do, what to do. Suddenly you are, flooded with a lot of subjects, and everything is new. The circle is new. The people are new. So I think it becomes little overwhelming initially, but I think the curriculum at SCIT is designed in such a way we eventually adopt it, and it becomes a habitual part of our daily life. Every day one day if you don't get all of this after passing out, you will be like, am I missing on something? Why is it not happening? Something is lacking, right? So I don't think so it would be overwhelming. Whereas I would think that at SCIT, it helped me to push my potentials with things I was not comfortable with. The very basic thing I would say that I was not so well with interactions and coming up on my own for exploring opportunities. But see, today here I am sitting with you all. So it's kind of a prestigious thing which helped me personally to groom myself professionally. And apart from that, personally I would say that have strong analytical skills, have strong attention for details to foster your growth in the field of information security, because sooner or later AI and automation would come into picture, and they are going to take or maybe partially hamper your job. So improve your accuracy in order to don't let these things overpower you, but be the change that there should be no room for human error, and you can compete with these technologies as well.
So my last question from my side. So what advice would you give to ourselves if you had the chance to start over as a student, and how would you handle things differently?
I would say that anybody, when they start something new, naturally the confidence level somewhere gets hampered. So that even thing happened with me also. But the fresh perspective I would give to current SCIT people is that see what the day brings. Wake up with a new challenge and fresh perspective. See things more positively. So work on a day-to-day basis. Don't carry past baggages that I failed in certain tests yesterday. I am not going to perform in my placements well. So that you are hampering your growth. Everybody else around you, be it your professors, be it the facilities available at SCIT, they are pushing you forward to grab that. But don't let yourself down. Each day, help yourself to become better.
So thank you so much, Ambika. Your willingness to share your experiences and insights with us left an incredible mark on all of us. Your presence and words of wisdom were truly remarkable, and our students will definitely be inspired by your journey and achievements since graduating from SCIT. Once again, thank you for your time and dedication. We look forward to more opportunities and to collaborate and learn from you.
Thank you so much.